Seen an outpouring of support from folks all over the Commonwealth for the family of Deputy Caleb Conley. As WKYT's Samantha Valentino shows us, a local business in his hometown is now asking for your help to pay tribute to the fallen Scott County deputy.
It's a loss felt across the state.
Caleb was just an incredible human being. I mean, he was the same off duty as he was on duty.
Scott County Sheriff's Deputy Caleb Conley was killed in the line of duty. His passing hits close to home here in his hometown of Cynthiana, including for his friend and brother in law enforcement, Assistant Chief Robert Peak.
We need a whole lot more officers like Caleb Conley.
His wife is an owner of the Next Chapter bookstore. Together, they're working on a gift for Deputy Conley's family.
We both swore an oath. We both wear a badge. Therefore, we are brothers.
A book full of memories about the father, husband, and friend.
Unless someone has done both of those things, they can't fully understand our heart, our passion, or our sense of service.
A reminder of the positive impact he had on those who knew him.
Once we get it complete and everyone's had an opportunity to share their thoughts and their feelings, and it'll be something private and something that his family will hold on to and cherish for many years to come.
But the book isn't only for Conley's brothers and sisters in blue. Anyone is welcome to come into the store and write an entry about the deputy.
They need our support, and they deserve it. He paid the ultimate sacrifice, and his family deserves all the support that we can give.
And Peak says he hopes his words and the words of others will help the Conley family through this difficult time. In Cynthiana, Samantha Valentino, WKYT.
The Next Chapter bookstore is open from 10 to 5 Tuesday through Saturday and remains open until 6 o'clock on Friday evenings.